Hello YouTube! Welcome back to Stellaris with the Cyberarian Eradicators and the CCM. When last we left off, they did a little bit of housekeeping, and we are now waiting for the kleptomaniac rat archaeology site to be finished before we, of course, resume our war with these guys. And I'm not sure if I should or not, but these guys are now, they are subjects to these guys, who are our next target. So, honestly, no real big loss there. Really, honestly, no real big loss there. We did exactly what we had already planned on doing, so perfect. Alrighty, so now we just gotta wait. Hey, stop it. While we are waiting, we are going to make a new commander. We're making so much unity that, honestly, it really doesn't matter. And that's actually a pretty good... That's a pretty good point for all of this, is we really have enough stuff being made that we don't have to worry about anything. And we got that. Alright. Oh, what kind of research do we want to do? I don't want to just put it on auto like I did the society, because, well, a lot of megastructures are physics and engineering. Very few are societal, and those ones, most of them, we really don't care about. Let's go with... You know what? We'll go with X-rays. Why not? And you here, we shall just have you guys upgrade yourselves and shoot on over there. Yeah, over 400 fleet power, that should be more than enough. Should be being the keyword.
Building up a new colony.
Should be being the keyword here.
Build job complete. Booting up a new colony. New digs, time to get comfortable. Booting up a new colony.
United Flusian States. Oh shit. Shit. Well, this didn't happen in my last playthrough. I mean, in the other timeline. So, this thing, let's just read it off for you. News have reached us that the primitive world of Flusian has achieved FTL travel. While primitives reaching the space age is normally of little concern, this civilization is quite advanced and developed quite heavily prior to inventing the hyperdrive. As such, they are now entering the galactic stage with weaponry and equipment that might very well rival our own. It might be prudent to tread with caution when dealing with this new galactic contender. Interesting is all we gotta say, and that's not the word I use. Very much no, that is not the word I use. Now, when I first started this series, I told you that there was quite a few new endgame and mid-game and all sorts of crises. That's one of them. Alright, where are these Flusians popping up at? They gotta be somewhere. There's no way they're these. No, they're definitely not those guys. Well, where the heck are they? because I know that their opponents, another group, is over there somehow. Huh. Well,
New augments research.
alright then, I will just continue with explaining why they are a bad thing. Basically, they're an empire that is, like it said, on par with us. The reason for that is several reasons, but he'll basically become an endgame crisis like the Khan would. In fact, less mid-game and more late mid-game, early late game kind of threat. Alright, where the heck are you? Really? Oh, huh. Well, alright, yeah. Yeah, that's where they are. Huh. Yeah, the Katzen, but you are not Katzen. For now, at least, I guess I should say. Yeah, no, there's a few problems with those guys. For those of you that are in the know, as soon as I said Katzen, you probably had a bit of a nervous twitch. So, sorry about that. For those of you who don't know, yeah, there's a reason why I said shit. There's a reason why I was a little bit nervous, because them being just a normal-ish empire, yeah, sure, I can deal with that easy. Them being the crisis, that changes things significantly.
Booting up a new colony.
I will say, though, that it will at least make this a little bit more interesting.
Booting up a new colony.
It'll make it interesting, at least. I won't be bored. I won't be bored because I'll be too busy trying to stay alive. Staying alive. That being said, there really shouldn't be too much of a worrisome thing to it. Alright. Kleptomaniac rats. The Empress's lilac ribbon. The archaeologists were preparing to leave when they happened upon a large hidden chamber cluttered with artifacts, gnawed bones, and a substantial amount of fresh slobber. There, under the used royal nose swab on a four-legged table with a carving of a face they confirmed was indeed funny, sat the Rubicator, maker of thingamajigs, right where it was supposed to be. A tiny, insignificant-looking cube spewing out a continuous stream of artifacts. The Rubicator is a replicator, an ingenious alien invention that can make endless copies of just about any artifact, and soon, it is ours. Planside team will begin the journey back to the safety of the ship. Thankfully, we will never know what attacked the hoarders. Yeah, about that. About that. A snarling, hissing fiend has appeared out of the void. With one swipe of her giant talons, she snatched the archaeology shuttle carrying the excavation team and the Rubicator back to the Scholar. Oh, yeah. Bending it open and prying the Rubicator from within. It seems we have finally had the displeasure of meeting the hoarding rat's assailant. The dragon must have been attracted by the countless treasures and made her nest within the royal palace, feasting upon their bodies. Perhaps she was on the prowl or observed from afar as we excavated the ruins, waiting for the right moment to strike. She appears to be growling something in our general direction. Evasive maneuvers.
Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
Take down the dragon. Demise of Shard the Dragon. Yeah, that was pretty quick. The demise of Shard the Dragon. The vile dragon known as Shard has drawn her final breath. In a satchel around her neck, nestled in the dowry fuzz underneath the gnarled snails above her heart, hangs our most treasured possession, the Rubicator, a relic capable of replicating any artifact that it comes into contact with. The Rubicator is ours, or send in the recommissioners. And you know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. You get your butt over here. We need you to restore the shard. Okay. Get the dang... Hey, come on. Go and get yourselves upgraded. Ahab and Tanuki.
Build job complete.
You guys head on back over here. DirectX. You can go over. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you can go over there. I'm going to send you over here to help out the Tanuki and Ahab.
Our network just got a fresh hub.
And we got more colonies. Alrighty. Well, that will be that for that. But we are going to go and set up a sector over there. And yeah, that'll be that. Alright. Now, obviously, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be taking down these guys. But if I declared war on these guys over here would be the primary attackers or defenders. So once we take these guys down, that'd be that. However, if I declared war on these guys over here, well, I guess we'll see what happens. Let's just close the borders, make sure that they can't come and bother us.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys.
You go hang out down there. Until we get a gosh dang hyper relays. Really would love the hyper relays. That would be nice. Overseer. The extraction of Shard's Eye was a messy process, with a few false starts. Luckily, the behemoth had a lot of eyes for us to practice on. We then towed the optic to Borobo, and something both fascinating and revolting happened. Oculus started attaching and integrating itself into the local starbase, overlooking Soil of Hope. The cause of this is unknown, but then again, much of the Drake's physiology is beyond us. Fusing is not yet complete, but our science units believe that it has to be halted now if we wish to proceed with our previous plans. We either get this, which adds the modifier to the planet, which allows for more sensor range of all that jazz. Scrape it off, we have deadlines to reach, or carefully remove it, we wouldn't want to damage it. I'm thinking we're going to do this one, because honestly speaking, we don't need the sensor range. Realistically speaking, I'm pretty sure we don't need the sensor range. Even if it's on the edge of what we're currently working with here, we are going to be very quickly moving up our battle lines anyways. So, yeah. Oh, and we got more of this. Oh, hey. And a new Ascension perk. Alrighty. Now, we need to go and we need to start talking about what we want. Because we have 4 more Ascension perks to get. What Ascension perks are we absolutely going to need? Well, we are going to need two for sure. Celestial Armada and Giga-structural constructs. Those are going to be the two that we are absolutely going to need. Oh, and Galactic Wonders, sorry. Three. Three are what we're going to absolutely need. So, we are going to need to keep at least 3 open Ascension slots. And going off of the other timeline, yeah, we're going to be having one open for quite some time. Luckily, we've still got 2 extras that we can do whatever the heck we want with. And for those, I kind of want to take Galactic Contender. Oh, no, actually, I want to take Eternal Visage. Because this will be very, very nice. It will allow us to create defensive platforms without me even needing to do anything. Plus, it'll make it harder for them to even try to attack me when I'm not ready for them to attack me. Rise again. We have initiated necromancy protocols and reanimated the biological entity designated Shard. Synaptic pulses are firing within expected parameters. The massive dragon has been reactivated and will now respond to our commands. It hungers. And oh boy, is Shard great. Just look at that number. And let me assure you, that number is nothing too stupid. That is not some willy-nilly... It's a good. This Shard is awesome. For several reasons, actually. One, Shard here automatically comes with a jump drive in it. Meaning that I can jump over battle lines so long as I have high intel level. So long as I have high intel level, I can jump into any system. Or any intel level, actually, I think. So long as there's a limit. There's a limit. I don't know exactly how much of a limit, but there's a slight limit to it. And this right over here, this unidentified empire, that's the Fallen Empire. Why they haven't seen me yet, I have no idea. But yeah, this is the Xenophile Fallen Empire. We will be seeing them as we're fighting this war. Don't worry.
New digs. Time
Let's
to get
send you on down over to this one.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys.
Let's send you on down to here. I'm going to have you join them, and I'm going to have you join them. Alright, because honestly, yes. Oh, over 100k should be more than what they can actually field. Should be. Could be wrong, but if I am,
well worth the alloys.
Well, we'll find out. And besides, worst comes to worst, I can always just add, I can always just add the terminus here over to here. And honestly speaking, I think I might. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea now that I think about it. Okay, you guys can all disembark from there.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys.
You can come on over there. Rogue drones. Yep. Not too worried. And yeah, we'll be
constructed something game-changing. Time for some new chrome.
Shard. The day has arrived. Our observations subroutines were in place and ready to give us a thorough exploration of the Eye of Shar. As the study began, a significant portion of our consciousness focused on Soil of Hope to absorb the importance of this anomalous item. productivity in the Cyberarian Eradicators was reduced by a whole 0.2% for the day. The sensory data was then archived deep in our consciousness before being placed in the center of our cluster on the soil of hope, where the specialized observation subroutines will continuously observe it. We gained... Oh, the planet gained Eye of the Shard. Menial drone pop resource output plus 5%. Menial drone output plus 5%. Authoritative ethics attraction plus 50%. Not really useful. And we gained a whole bunch of unity. Awesome. I'll take that. Oh, and we got some research done. And it was nothing more than society. That's the one good thing about automatic research. It almost always does the quick stuff first, so you get through a lot of it real quick. But, okay, we've held out long enough. Time to have some
Hostilities
fun.
engaged. Let's show them what we can do.
And you need to stop going that way. Actually, you know what? Let's split you in half.
Mixing it up with a hostile fleet. Attempting brute force entry on an enemy station.
Oof. Real bad news for you. Real bad news. Hey, at least you bumped up your numbers. I'm gonna go take down the small one first. And we are going to send you to lay a bit of friendly fire. There we go. Grab you. No. Do that. Then go over there. You guys hit that. And then hit that. There we go. Alright.
On-site invasion initiated. Let's get it.
Shard might not be as fast as your normal Corvettes, but god dang if it's not powerful. The remains of a vast space station can be found... Oh, in Stellar Assembly. Okay, yeah, this thing's gonna be pretty much just nearly useless for me. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, there's really no use for it, if I can find it. Oh, it's in here. Okay, yes. Interstellar, remains of some ancient galactic meeting hall. Basically, what it normally gives you is envoys and increased diplomatic weight. Obviously, as you can probably figure, we really don't need that. We really honestly don't need that. We don't need the diplomatic weight because that's only useful in the galactic community. We don't need the envoys because, well, we're kind of done finding new stuff, and that's the only reason we'd ever need envoys.
Assuming network control. Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Okay, what do we got here? X-ray. Finally, hyper relays. Like, Jesus. Yeah, I didn't even need to look at any of the other technology. We need the hyper relays. There's just no. There's no arguing that point. We need the hyper relay.
We're under attack. Time to dance.
Oh, and these guys are trying to fight us.
Initiated. Let's get it.
Not a very smart idea.
Invasion initiated. Let's get it.
I mean, you guys really, really should not be attacking me without your Federation fleet. Your Federation fleet's gonna need to be here to even have a chance against me. Take that down, take them down, and then go join up with them. You will go and take on that planet. And also, while I'm thinking about it, Scholar, get your butt over here. Oh, hang on. Stone Age, but still. Not gonna run the risk.
We're under attack. Time to dance.
Alright, how are we doing on
Attempting
back?
brute force entry
Okay,
on enemy
we're doing
station.
just fine on back.
On site.
Okay, there. Yeah, Stone Age is both good and bad. Stone Age and I think the one before it don't have any defenders, so they're just easy takes. But unfortunately, because of the fact there's no armies, there's really nothing to entirely gain, save for maybe a handful more population. So it's both good and bad. Not really needed, but also not super terrible either. So, eh. Scholar got here quick. Like, holy shit.
On-site invasion initiated. Let's get it.
But it's gonna get even faster when we finally get these hyper frickin' relays built.
Time for some new.
Not fun. Okay. Alrighty,
We boosted
so...
an enemy planet.
Okay, there we go. I was about to say, when are we going to be done with that, people? Come on. Oh, we've got ourselves a fight coming on.
Hostiles engaged.
Nothing that I'm actually going to be worried about. I mean, 70k against 400k. Nearly
Enemy planet
500k.
secured, assuming network control.
Yeah, it goes without saying that I'm not too worried. You get your butt down here. And land yourself in there. You do likewise.
We've constructed something game-changing. Debris decrypted. Payday. We're under
A little
attack.
bit-
Time to dance.
Wondering why they did it that way. Jump from there to there, then to there. That I don't understand. I really
On-site
don't.
Invasion initiated. Let's get
But, oh well. Oh well. I'm not worried. Concerned. Caring. And this one I don't need. I can just get rid of that. So I've got less crap for my starbase capacity. Alrighty. Let's see. We can just have you guys enter the orbit of the station. And yeah, these guys are actually not going to be much of a threat. I was a little bit hesitant because I thought, I thought they were going to be slightly more dangerous, but apparently I overestimated them. My bad. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to overestimate you.
Booting up a new colony.
Alright, and I am going to send... Oh. Seismic disturbances. There have been many reports of unexplainable seismic disturbances on some planet. Tremors can be felt across the planet, and many of our settlements have suffered damage. While investigating the earthquakes, our scientists discovered a vast network of subterranean caverns. The deepest of these caverns is home to some kind of indigenous civilization. They appear to be tumbling towards the surface. Ground vibrations from our settlements may have triggered this behavior, but we cannot be certain. There is no telling how these aliens will react when they spill out of their tunnels and encounter our colonists. Exterminate. We will do what the Daleks do, and just exterminate. Alright. And here, we are going to have everybody, except for DirectX, whatever. We will have everybody just go and chill out and take these guys on. It shouldn't be much of a fight.
We're under attack. Time to dance.
Yeah, this isn't going to be much of a fight. Special project complete. Our efforts to destroy the subterranean aliens on the colony have met with success. We managed to collapse several of their tunnels on top of their workers, and the caverns that house their cities have been flooded with nerve gas. Casualty projections are close to 100%, and our security forces are confident they will be able to deal with any surviving stragglers. Compliments to all service branches involved. Perfect. Gives us more room to expand. There we go. Alright. Yes. I know. There's...
On-site invasion initiated. Let's get it. We found some solid tech in these scraps.
Yep. Alrighty. So, I'm sure you're wondering what that neutral
On-site invasion initiated. Let's get it.
Station is. And that neutral station is really nothing more than just a mercenary enclave is what they're called, I believe. And what they do is basically, if you're a normal empire that has, other ethics that isn't a hive mind, you can make a mercenary enclave which acts as, well, basically similar to how you can have these guys go raiding for you. These guys right here, as you can see, rent a fleet or ground troops. Anybody, and I do mean anybody, can go and rent this fleet. Though you do get a bit of a discount on renting their fleet. You do have to use up your own fleet, like this one right here. If I was a normal empire, I could just have these guys go and become a mercenary enclave right here. Mercenary enclave. This converts this fleet into a mercenary enclave. We will lose control of the fleet. Mercenary enclaves can offer mercenary fleets to serve empires for a limited time. Mercenary enclave capacities can be increased through civics, ascension perks, and galactic resolutions. basically... Oh, hey. Oh, huh. I guess you can do it even if you're a hive fleet. I mean, even if you're a hive mind. Huh, I didn't even know that. But yeah, basically, you can just have a whole bunch of mercenary companies running around doing whatever, serving people and getting you money for it. Of course, I personally don't really care too much for this. I mean, it's a good source of income if you care about that, if you actually need that.
We boosted an enemy planet.
And technically speaking, they don't use up your naval capacity. So, not a half bad deal. I mean, could be better, could be worse. But since they don't use up your naval capacity, you know, not bad at all. Earthquakes on a... yes. Yeah. It was basically that planet with the subterranean guys. Because nobody's maintaining the networks, some collapse deeper in. It happens. This is what happens when you go... This just can happen when you go and exterminate a... When you go and exterminate organics. And we got our gateway done. Ah, right up there. Gotcha. And in case you're wondering why I put one up there, because I'm pretty sure this is where the galactic core hyperlanes are going to be.
Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
I'm fairly certain that's where the
brute force entry on an enemy station.
Gosh dang it, Shard. Apex, you go over there real quick. One of the bad things about Shard is that every now and again it'll do something like that where it'll just jump forward and you'll have to try to deal with that. Okay, we got rid of the Kroll Empire and good, we are still at war. Excellent. I was a little bit afraid that we would no longer be at war. Okay, cool. Oh, and before I get too off topic, these guys will still give us money. It's just it's not too frequently that they actually give you money, or at least in my experience as this empire. So if you want to, you could get rid of them, but I'm not gonna just because I don't need to. I don't need to, so I'm not gonna. There's no reason for me to get rid of them. Besides just wanting to get rid of the meat bags, but yeah, there's no real reason to. When they're hired,
Empire's trash is our payload.
They literally teleport to wherever the hell they were hired, whoever hired them, to their, you know, the
our network just got a fresh hub.
Capital system, home system, whatever. So it's not like they'll suddenly appear in backlines. No, they'll be fine. They're not going to suddenly start being complete. That annoying. And goodness, gosh, I have a lot of extra space for fleets, so let's just do what we need to do. And there. Perfect.
Junk decoded. One Empire's trash is our payload. On-site invasion initiated. Let's get it.
One thing you do need to watch out for is when you do jump drive, Every now and again there's a bug where they'll actually try to go back to the system that they jumped from. So watch out for that, just in case you want to play for yourself.
We boosted an enemy planet.
Alright, let's head on over there.
Debris decrypted. Payday! Attempting brute force entry on an enemy station.
Okay, let us see. Yes, this over here. And there. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Now, we are going to declare war on these guys because, well,
frag the shipyard first.
I'm not going to be playing the whole let's try to figure out how to freaking deal with these guys. Border Gore, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. I'm not playing the Border Gore game. I don't like it, and I'm not gonna mess with it. Survivor Pocket. Our forces on a colony are still mapping the tunnel network below our colony. They have come upon a large city belonging to the subterranean aliens that managed to isolate itself from the rest of their underground empire before we flooded it with nerve gas. There are millions of frightened aliens in the city. Should our engineers collapse the cavern to finish the job? Yes, put them out of their misery. Or, as the Daleks put it, exterminate. Well, can't really see what's going on in there, so... Oh, bad call, dude. Really bad call. Really, really bad call there. Alright, how strong is that? Oh, nothing. Oh, it ain't gonna be nothing.
Hostiles engaged. Attempting brute force entry on an enemy station.
Okay, well, yeah.
Fleet status deleted.
Yeah, this is how Shard works. Shard is absolutely, yeah. You can send Shard on solo missions, and Shard will solve the whole problem. No problems at all. And yes. This is an asteroid artillery, in case you were wondering. This is what they pretty much do. They just basically are static emplacements that basically hold the fort down. Huh. Okay. We'll send the directorate up here to help out Shard. Then the other three I'll send to basically finish the job. And by finish the job, I mean send up this way. Alright, there, fine. Took them long enough to get out of there.
On-site invasion initiated. Let's get it.
Let's send you over there to get you healed up.
Build job complete.
Alright.
Attempting brute force entry on an enemy
These
station.
poor guys, they are pretty much done. They need all those fleets just to be able to mimic a fraction of my strength. I've got even worse news for them. I'm about to go and attack them. I just want to make sure that they don't mess with my mess with the exterminum over here. Oh, hey, they came to attack me. Well, works for me. I was already planning on doing that to you, so hey, saved me the trouble. Okay. Oh, go that way, and we'll have you go on this roundabout route. Whereas Shard will basically just go on a rampage. And as for you, I'm going to split you in two again. And actually, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea for me to... Got to click Control. I will, of course, build more armies because, well, we kind of need armies. There. Alright, that should do it.
Attempting brute force entry on an
And
enemy
where
station.
is... There you are. Get your butt over here and do some researching. Asteroid artillery built. Okay, it's over here somewhere. I have seen a slight bug where the asteroid artillery will come online and be hostile, even hostile after your fleets leave the system. So that is something to watch out for. It only happened to me once or twice, and in the other playthrough. So it's not something that's super going to be something you need to watch out for, but it is something that happened to me. So
Attempting brute force entry on an enemy station.
you come over here, and I want you to build a... Oh, hey. Well, why didn't you guys tell me that we were done with that? Alrighty, we are going to start building some serious hyper relay networks. In fact, I might just cut this part out because I'm going to be... Yeah, this might be a good idea to cut out. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this. Hello, everybody. If you're wondering about the jump cut, I know I said I was going to be doing a little bit of work on the hyper relays. I did, and obviously I continued the video afterwards. And this is post-editing Alan here, who happened to look at the length of the video for both of them. And they both came out to being, well, this one being around 40-ish minutes, and the next one is over an hour. The reason for that is you will find out in the next episode, because I am not going to release a 2-hour long video. Sorry. I know many of you might be thinking, Alan, you're already making long videos. You might as well. Well, sorry to say, I'm not that. Well, I'm not that much of a weirdo. Well, I guess not weirdo, but I just don't want to. So this is just me explaining. There's going to be a bit of a rough cut. Sorry about that. And hope you guys don't mind it too much. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later. Have yourselves a great day. Sorry about the short-ish video. Sorry about to mess you guys up a little bit here. And hope you have a good one. Sayonara.